Hey y'all, happy Sunday. It's Caleb again. Today's topic is how does my trans identity affect my other identities? I guess, let me think about my other identities. I don't know that it affects my identity as being a child necessarily because my family by and large doesn't really acknowledge it. It's just sort of a lifestyle choice, I think, as far as they're concerned. So I'll just leave them to that. But I want them in my life, so I'm willing to accept that to, have my mom in my life and stuff. I'm single. I'm not looking to date right now, so that I don't have a partner. I'm not a partner to anybody, so that's not really an identity I have. I'm happily single. I'm too busy otherwise. I'm a student. I'm studying social work. My trans identity, I don't know that it specifically. Sorry, it's covered in grease. I don't know that my trans identity specifically influences or affects my identity as a student, but it does. My experiences as a trans man, I think, helps me relate or find empathy for social justice issues that I don't necessarily experience, like racism. I don't experience racism, but I can have some empathy that I have experienced discrimination and then be open-minded to hearing someone else's views. So I guess the way that it affects maybe my identity as a human in general, all my identities as a human, all my human identities, is that it's made me more open and willing to listen to another person's experiences of struggle, of joy, of whatever, even if I haven't had their experience, and not feel like their experiences are not valid. They're just not experiences I've had. I hope that makes sense. I'm Catholic. I'm an active practicing Catholic. And that I don't see again. I'm seen for the most part as just another guy. I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. So I don't know that even my trans identity really affects that, other than my own internal responses when I perceive that someone is not reading me as male. But it really has nothing to do with my identity as a Catholic. It's just my identity as a human, I guess. But by and large, all of my other identities are affected by my trans identity because of my experiences in transition and in my self evaluation. During my transition, social and medical and spiritual, I think it's made me more compassionate and more empathetic and more willing and open-minded for other people's experiences. Another thing, I'm in my field practicum for my social work degree, and part of that is self-reflection, and I've been doing that anyway, so I guess maybe my trans identity has impacted my student identity because it's made it more natural for me to self-reflect on code of ethics and how I'm operating in my student life as an intern, and the people that I serve at a homeless shelter right now. Being aware of my influence and my perceived power. I'm in a power role even as a student. So being aware of that power dynamic and that I can use it for good or not, because I've been on the other end, the oppressed end, as a trans person, especially in early transition, when I was looking more at androgynous or more feminine. I guess feminine would be the word, in my opinion, for me anyway. I felt the discrimination, the oppression, so it opens up my mind to being aware of what privilege and power I have now, and how I can use that for good and not for personal endeavors that will actually cause harm. So yeah, that's my experience. Um, Also, I'm a veteran, so my trans identity is affecting my veteran identity. Um, every time I call, they still have me listed as female with the VA. For some reason, it's just like pulling teeth to try to get that fixed. Even though my DD-214 has been corrected to have my legal name. Um, but with all of this stuff going on with the transgender military ban, it hurts my heart. I guess as a veteran, it's heartbreaking to know that I have brothers and sisters and others in arms that are currently serving that will not be able to. Some that are close to retirement that stand to lose everything. So as a veteran, as an American, um, I consider myself fairly patriotic. I'm not a nationalist, but I love my country. I served my country. I have different views now on the military, but I still support my fellow sailors, soldiers, and Marines that are serving, and it's painful for me to see them going through this at the hands of their commander in chief, who is supposed to have our back. So I guess that's a way that it's influenced as well. So anyway, that's all I have. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be a paperboy and do something like I've just done. Share your experience on various topics once a week. Leave your email in the comment section below. I'll get you hooked up with the appropriate place to send your audition video. Thank you. Have a great day.